Welcome to The Holy Mountain, a 1973 Mexican surrealist fantasy film, directed, written, produced, co-scored, co-edited by and starring Alejandro Jodorowsky. To give you an impression, here's a random scene from the film. The movie could be easily dismissed as a drug-infused absurdist nonsense, or taken too seriously as a movie with super meaningful symbolism. The reality most probably is somewhere in between. The film invites us to investigate every image both with a sense of depth and satire. Summed up into a classical three-act narrative, the movie actually brings out some clarity. The first act, let's call it Exploration of the Thief, begins with a shot of a Jesus-like figure laying on the ground covered in flies, as if in excrement. The figure, later identified as the thief, is befriended by a footless, handless dwarf, and the odd couple travels to the city to entertain tourists. On the way, they find a circus full of lizards, which are then attacked by killer frogs in various colorful costumes. After some explosions and a lot of blood, the couple continues their journey. They stumble upon a few Roman soldiers who give them the task of carrying a huge cross around the city. After completion, a bearded priestess invites our thief to get drunk. Laying passed out, the priests make use of the thief's Christ-like appearance and by casting an impress of his body make loads of crucifixes for sale. Scared and wasted, our protagonist wakes up, picks up one of the crucifixes, joins a group of prostitutes with a monkey and heads to the church. The prostitutes are not allowed to enter, but our thief anyways manages to place his crucifix on the altar inside and goes on to find a priest sleeping with a statue of the original crucifix. After which, he of course gets thrown out of the church. Well, to compensate, our protagonist chooses to eat his own crucifix's face. Now, he's ready to let go, offering himself to the heavens. Soon after, he notices a crowd gathered around a tall tower, where a large hook with a bag of gold has been sent down in exchange for food. The thief, wishing to find the source of the gold, ascends the tower. At the end of a rainbow-colored hallway, he finds the alchemist and his silent female assistant. Second act begins.
You are excrement. You can change yourself into gold.
Before taking the thief as an apprentice, the alchemist introduces him to an apparatus utilizable for the cleaning of defecation. He uses his excrement, now a piece of gold, to smash the mirror, in which he sees his own reflection. The thief has now become an apprentice of the alchemist. Arriving in a round-shaped room in which 7 undressed people hang on the wall, the alchemist introduces each of them as being devoted to a certain planet. Besides being the richest people in the world, what they all have in common is their search for eternal life. Meet the weirdos. This is Fun, and his planet is Venus.
My business is devoted to the comfort and beauty of the human body.
Isla, and her planet Mars.
I manufacture and sell weapons.
Flint's planet is Jupiter.
We produce a new line of art every season.
Cell, Saturn.
My customers are children. We manufacture war toys.
Berg is from Uranus.
I am financial advisor to the president.
Exxon's planet is Neptune.
I am the chief of police.
Lastly, Luke is from Pluto.
My business is architecture.
The alchemist then instructs the 7 to burn their money as well as wax images of themselves. Together with the alchemist, the thief, and the alchemist's assistant, they form a group of 10. The second act closes. The purification process is achieved. For the third act, characters are led by the alchemist through various transformative rituals. The 10 journey by boat to Lotus Island in order to achieve their goal, gain the secret of immortality from 9 immortal masters who live on a holy mountain. Once on Lotus Island, they are sidetracked by the Pantheon Bar, a cemetery party where people have abandoned their quest for the holy mountain, and instead engage in drugs, poetry, or acts of physical prowess. Finally, leaving the bar behind, they ascend the mountain. Near the top, the thief is sent back to his people, along with a young prostitute and an ape who have followed him from the city to the mountain. The rest reach the top and find all the 9 cloaked immortals. Sadly, they're all just faceless dummies.
We came in search of the secret of immortality, to be like gods. And here we are, mortals, more human than ever. If we have not obtained immortality, at least we have obtained reality. We began in a fairy tale, and we came to life. But is this life reality? No. It is a film. Zoom back camera.